Morning. Beautiful morning. It didn't get very cold last night at all. Like it stayed well above zero. I think it was 10 above the coldest last night. So it's not that cold this morning at all. Let's get these last three done on the main frame and hook up the 9380. Get her folded down, I guess. See how much we get done today. Well, there we go. We got the first one of the day done. Two more on the main frame. Let's keep rolling. And that's mid-row bander number 2 done of the day. Last one on the main frame. Now we'll have to fire up the old stagger, hook onto the drill. We'll have to move it because the harrows are right in the way here to fold it down. Hook the stagger up to it, drive it ahead a bit. Not very far. We'll just drive it straight ahead, fold her down, and away we go. Well, just got the last mid-row bander done on the main frame. The wind picked right up now. The wind's not very cold, but it's just kind of miserable working outside now. Blowing everything away. Had to put a new dust cap on this hub. The old dust cap was cracked and grease was oozing out of it, so it was no good. But the main frame is done. It's good. Feels like we're getting somewhere now. Well, it's time to fire up the old 9380. Hook it onto the drill here. Get her folded down. Oh yeah, and the Versatile dealer got back to me on that. Apparently, the one pillow block I had, the easy on pillow block bearing, they just keep saying, no, that's got to be the one. So you might have to just pound it on a bit. Well, I'm not sure I'm going to go that way. Pound the bearing on. I know somebody said take a Dremel and go to the inside of that bearing and shave it down just a hair. That actually might be easier than going to get those inserts built and cheaper. I'll just take a die grinder and bore out the inside of that bearing a little bit maybe. And I might not have to go that much. I think you'd be better off doing that than milling down the whole shaft, right? Because you'd have to do the whole shaft. Trouble is, it's going to be every bearing like that though. And there's, what did we count? 20 bearings on that disc. So 20 bearings, you know what I mean? Or 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 shafts. I don't know what to do there. Or we go get those inserts built proper size so that we can just buy the heavy duty Fafner bearing, put the insert in there, put her all together. That's probably, well, that's the easiest way, right? Because there's no work to me. I can't build those inserts, so I'd have to take it to one of those inserts to a welding shop and get them to make however many. That can be dealt with later on though. There's no rush to get the disc fixed. It's been down for like 8 years now, so what's a couple more? But we got this old girl fired up and back it over to the drill and get her folded down. Got her all hooked up. We'll get it, the shanks and mid-row banders lifted up in the air. Drive it ahead, but now it's starting to rain. So definitely ain't replacing mid-row bander bearings in the rain. Or did it stop already? I don't see no other drops hitting the windshield, so maybe it stopped raining already. Oh yeah, it looks like the clouds passed already, so I guess we'll see. We'll get her folded out over just up ahead here and see if it's going to rain some more. Be we'll get her pulled out just straight ahead here, kind of, sort of, so it misses the arrows. There, that's probably good enough. Man, I don't know what it is. Just, I don't know why it looks so cool with all the tires, the big tires on the cart rolling forward. Man, I'm getting pumped for seeding already. Oh, I can't wait. Shouldn't have any trouble with the mid-row bander bearings this next season. Even if I don't do those bushings in the pivot point, they'll last, well, we're gonna get 2 seasons, and then the third one it started piling up bearings or something. The bushing should be done though, I know that. We'll see. We'll try to tackle those bushings when we finish all the bearings. I just want to try to get all these bearings done before it gets too cold. Okay, I think we can fold her down right where it is. I shouldn't need anything over here. I can access the rough cut mower, it's just over there. I can still access that. The old mixer mill right there. I don't think I'll need it at all. And I won't need the Frigstat or anything because I'm not, like, yeah, all the field work's done. So this thing could sit here all winter if it has to. Let's get her folded down. Oh, did I forget to open the valve on when I hooked the wings up? I forgot to open those valves. There we go. So I don't really want to leave it folded down like that either all winter. Because your rams are exposed, right? On your hydraulic cylinder. When it rains and, you know, it gets wet and weather and all that, they'll rust after a while. So I'd like to keep it folded up for the winter, just like the old versatile disc. That's why it's folded up. And same goes with the Mandaco twister vertical tilt thing. I'll leave it folded up all winter because it keeps those rams from being exposed. But anyway. Okay, well that's it. You can sit right here for as long as it needs to, and then if it gets too cold to finish those mid-row bander bearings, we'll just fold her back up and it can sit right here. Okay, I got the service truck / workbench moved over here now. Start on this wing since all the tools are right here. I don't think I need the other service truck with, yeah, I don't think I need that. Yeah, I don't think so. If I do, I'll just move it over later. But it's pretty well dinner time already. I'll put the power tools in the cabinet or something just in case it does rain some more when I'm gone. It quit raining and it's blue sky there now, sort of thing. It looks like it might be raining out that way, but I think it passed right by already. I think we're okay, but I'll put the grease gun and impact away just to make sure. Yeah, I don't know what it is with those big tires in that cart rolling. I've always liked that as a kid. Like, I don't know what it is. It looks so cool to me. It sounds so silly, but I'm getting pretty excited for seeding already. It's not even winter yet. Okay, I got that disc off. Yeah. I'm gonna go home for lunch. We'll put this impact and grease gun somewhere out of the elements, just in case it does rain some more. I better put that away too. Yeah, this thing's made probably more for hubs that are not greasable, you know, so that you can, you know, you repack them that way and then you're good to go. But for this job, I don't think I really need that fudge packer thing, because since that hub is greasable, right? Each hub is greasable. I think this bearing was piling up at the end of seating there. I could see this blade skidding once in a while. It didn't skid long enough to flat spot it, but it would skid, roll, I don't know. But anyway, oh, it spins pretty freely. Huh. That's weird. Oh well, we'll replace the bearing, each bearing anyway. That's what I'm going to do, and then I know I'm good. And I'm going to see how long these SKF bearings last. But I have no idea what I was talking about now. Yeah, I have no idea. But yeah, I thought this one was, bearings were piling up in this one, but maybe not. It spins pretty freely. Anyway. Ooh, this shouldn't get water in it, I suppose. Put it in the cabinet. There. The rest of the stuff can stay out if it gets rain on it. It won't hurt it. Okay. Dinner time, I think. I'll meet you guys back here in, I don't know, about an hour or so. Does that work? Yeah, I can't wait to get seeding. I wonder what kind of a year we're going to have next year. Oh, the wind died right down now. It picked right up for blowing in that storm, or not storm, but blowing in that little bit of a rain shower we got. All right. I'm going home. And I'm back after dinner, or lunch, I guess. All right, where were we? Oh, the wind's picked up, you know. Huh. Anyway, we'll keep going on these mid-row bander bearings. Knock that dust cap off and keep going. One more done. That means 6 more left on this wing. Just keep on going. So we got the second mid-row bander done on the wing here. Got the blade off on the third. Got the hub off. Got the shaft clean. I still have to... Where was I at? Oh, I was just about to clean out the hub. Rinse out the hub, whatever, with the gas and get it all clean. Knock the races out and all that, and then my glove ripped. So, had to get some new gloves and keep on keeping on. So I got a question. Would I have to clean out the grease out of the dust cap? Or not bother? I'm going to do it just because for the extra, whatever, 30 seconds it takes to clean it out. Put a nice clean dust cap on there. But I'm just wondering, like, the old grease, would it make those bearings fail sooner by not cleaning this out or not? I don't think it would really matter, because whatever grease is in the dust cap like that, and you put the dust cap back on, that grease is just going to stay inside the dust cap, will it not? Or will it get all mixed up in the new grease and you know, break down that new grease sooner? I don't know. But anyway. Man, this is a pretty decent sized project. I thought a couple of days and should have her, but I haven't been working hard either though, right? I'm just kind of working at a slow, steady pace. Yesterday didn't get hardly any done because we went to check out that baler. But by the end of today, we won't be done this wing, right? So still be another probably 2 short days after today yet. Then the mid-row bander bearings will be done, and then try tackle those bushings. I don't know. But I tell you, after dicking around with these mid-row banders for, what would next year be? 6 years for this drill? Yeah, I think it would be, because I paid off the toolbar this fall here. So the toolbar's paid for. But I just got that cart 2 years ago. Was it 2 years ago? No, beginning of last seeding season. So I guess I've had it now 1.5 years or whatever. But so yeah, I still owe on the cart a few years, but Yeah, got the old 9380 paid for. It was paid for a while back, but I don't think I would buy another Bourgault drill with mid-row banders. I don't like all this maintenance to it. Yeah, I don't know. The trouble is, we've never had the old C-shank drill, like with your gang packers at the back, like a 5710. Instead of the 3310, we've never had a 5710 or any kind of an air drill that style. We went from an old box drill. We went from a 24-foot international. Oh, I left the leaf blower on the freaking arrows there. Blowing off the back of the stagger, hooked up all the wiring and all that. But yeah, we went from an old box drill to this. So I don't know, like, I was so tempted to get rid of this thing when the first year we had it. I don't know how many packer wheel bearings fell off or blew apart. Mid-row bander bearings were piling up. Oh, it was frustrating the first year we had this thing. I was so tempted to get rid of it and go back to like the 5710 or something. But somebody told me, oh, don't do that. You won't like that. Like, the independent openers is what you want. Well, holy man, the amount of maintenance these things are. I've spent a fortune, and it's still not perfect. My seed rows are still, a little bit, the spacing on the seed rows isn't perfect how it should be. Some of the shanks are tweaked and bent and twisted, and I've replaced quite a few shanks, like the shank itself. Like this part, here, or here maybe. They replaced something. I had them come out a couple years ago now. Right, I think I was ahead on seeding, so I got busy doing something else, probably rock picking, land rolling maybe. I had mechanics come out and do a few shanks because the seed rows were almost touching. They were only a couple inches apart on quite a few of the rows there. It's better now, but it's still not perfect. Like, I'm looking at this field right here, and you can see the seed rows are okay, but not like it should be from new. So bushings and I've spent a pile of money on this thing. You don't spend that kind of money on an old C-shank opener, basically like an old cultivator with gang packers. But we've never had that style of drill, so I don't really know what I'm missing, right? Like, maybe one of you guys can tell me. But a guy be kicking himself if I got rid of this 3310 and went to a 5710 with like no mid-row banders and paired row openers or side band or something. I don't care for all this maintenance. Even if a guy had a shop, like, this just seems ridiculous. But then again, I guess it's not a new drill. I get that. It's old, wore out. Somebody else's junk. Well, it's not junk. I shouldn't talk like that, but it's just used. We didn't know what we were getting into when we got this drill. I tell you, it was pretty frustrating the first year with it. It's better now, because when I got them, the first time I did all the mid-row bander bearings, I got the dealer to do it, because it went in for a bunch of other work. I can't remember what. Oh, packer wheels, that's what it was. I got all new packer wheels, because it had the air-filled packer wheels when we got it. That's a joke, if you ask me. So I forget what they call these now, semi-pneumatic or whatever they call them, where they're not air-filled. I like that a lot better. I got all new packer wheels, and I got them to do all that work. Man, I should have done that myself, but one of those falls, just busy doing whatever, and I didn't want to do it, to be honest. But anyway, yeah, so I've spent a lot of money. To me, it's unnecessary, but yeah, back to the question. Would I be kicking myself if I got rid of this, going to I like the Bourgault frame, the Bourgault drill itself, so just the mid-row bander maintenance is a lot. So that's what I've been thinking about. Would I be better to go to a 5710 with like paired row? Or what if a guy went paired row openers on this thing? Can a guy do that? I don't know. I'm sure you probably could, but you'd have to revamp all your openers on your like your seat openers. You'd have to get different tips, and all your hoses, plumbing, like the way the hoses routing would be, all have to be changed, because like your mid-row banders here, this is just all bolted on. You could literally take this whole frickin' thing, complete thing off, and then this is fertilizer hoses, right? So then how would that work? Like, would one of these hoses go to one shank? Like this hose to this shank, and then this hose to that shank or something, you know? I have no idea. But I've been thinking about that too. Just, I don't know. I don't know if there is such a thing, paired row opener on a Bourgault drill with independent openers. I don't know. To me, that makes more sense. Less maintenance. And there's no extra bearings on the mid rows. No extra bushings on the mid rows to deal with, right? I've got to deal with this height. Remember, we dicked around with this height. Had to get this part from up here down lower to get your depth of the mid row banders a little deeper, because I didn't think it was going deep enough by the end of seating there. I don't know. I should check into that actually, because I'm getting pretty. These tips on this drill for the, like your seat openers, are getting pretty wore out. I'm due for tips. What if I, instead of changing just the tips, went to a complete new opener? Oh no, that probably wouldn't, because in your packer wheel it wouldn't be wide enough, would it? You have to get a whole new packer wheel probably, and I don't know if you can, so maybe it won't work. Maybe you gotta be better off just to get rid of the whole drill. Keep the cart. I like the cart. I really like the cart actually. And just get rid of the toolbar and get something different, but that's way, way down the road. I gotta work with it to what I got now. I can't do anything that way, but if a guy ever starts getting rain again around here, man, just it won't rain. Doesn't want to rain anymore. Well, you know what though? Sometimes you got to be happy with what you got. Could be worse. Could be worse. Anyway, better get back at it here. Done enough yapping and complaining for a while. Okay. You know what though? If I had money, you know what I'd like to do? No, not retire. What the heck? If I had money, what I'd love to do is, come on. Where's the bearing? Here it is. I can't talk and work at the same time, I guess. What I'd like to do is trade this drill off, like just the toolbar. Like I say, I like the cart. I really like that big cart. Even though this tractor I got on, it is a little bit small, but I still like the cart. What I'd want to do, if I ever found a garbage bag full of money, is trade the toolbar off on a new toolbar with mid-row shanks instead of the banders. I'd like to try the shanks. I don't know, I think it would work good. I don't know. It's hard to say because I mean, we've never ran one, but you know, some guys tell me, oh, it's just a giant rake. You don't want that thing. Well, when your mid-row shanks are 2 feet apart, like these mid-row banders are, it's gonna, like, trash is gonna clear that. And for the most part, I'd like to think I take care of the trash at combining time, and we heavy harrow. if you better not get that full of dirt, grass. If you've been following me long enough, you'd know that I harrow, do everything I can to take care of that trash so that it's not a problem in the spring. So I don't think mid-row shanks would give me much static unless you had a real wet year, wet fall, lots of straw. And I mean, if that's the case, I'd probably hook onto the vertical till unit and chop it up that way instead of heavy harrows if it's that bad. Okay, that's too tight. What I do is I tighten up the castle nut till it's like too tight, back it off accordingly. There. She spins freely, but yet it's not too tight. You know what I mean? Now, I don't know if you're supposed to or if it's a good idea, but I take a little bit of grease and put on the threads of these bolts and the stud here. That way, whenever a guy takes this off next time, it ain't going to be all rusted to frickin', just because, fertilizer around here, it corrodes everything so bad. Coat her in grease and maybe it'll last longer. I got to try to make this stuff last, even though I'd rather get something else, but I still got to make it last, so. What's next? Is that good? Oh, yeah. Cotter pin right here. So yeah, that's what I'd like to do, is get whatever model they are for new. Well, it wouldn't even have to be new. If I could find a used toolbar with mid-row shanks, it would have to be a 40-foot. I can't go any bigger, not with that cart. The old stagger wouldn't pull it for sure then. Well, it would on flat ground, I guess, but not in the hills. So yeah, if I could find a 40-foot toolbar with mid-row shanks, that's what I'd like to do. And it would just suck if the mid-row shanks are a giant rake and you're consistently plugging. That would suck, but I don't know. I don't think it would be. I did a video on that a while back, I think. I got mixed reviews. I don't know. I think majority said, I don't remember, I shouldn't say. But to me, I don't think it'd be that bad. Like any spring that I've seeded with this, 10-inch spacing, 1-inch openers with your mid-row banders. I've never had trouble with trash clearance. But then again, we've been having drier years lately too. So if we get back into wet years consistently in a row, right? Might be a different story. Anyway. Grease gun. Hopefully, well, I mean, I've been saying that every year now. Hopefully next year's better. Hopefully next year's better. Well, this was the second, or was it the third year in a row? Second for sure. I think third year. But I have not had a good year. So I'm really hoping next year's good. Hope we get decent snow this winter for snowmobiling around here. I can take that 97 out for a rip with my little girl, and for moisture reasons, have good snow, fill some dugouts, and then have some good rain next summer for a change. What the heck is that in there? Chunk of leaf or something. But there's nothing I can do about lack of rain, so just got to deal. You just got to find a way to cope. I don't know. This is what I do. Now I get grease it a little bit more. The grease just about oozes out completely. Now I'll put the dust cap on. There we are. There's my little tapper. There. And then we'll give her a little bit more, but before it oozes all out of the seal though. There we go. Good enough. Where's the bolts? Right here. And I take a little bit of this grease that I gooped all over there, put it on the threads of these bolts. That way when you take it off in the future, for whatever reason you're taking it off for, next bearing go round or whatever the case is, worn out discs, whatever, these bolts unthread with ease. But yeah, guys, if I have a bad year next year, well, I'm still not even sure if I'm going to get by this year, to be honest. It ain't good. Like, I still owe a lot of money for seed, fertilizer, chemical bill. And yeah, not good. Okay, see if I can get this disc back on. There we go. Now I gotta find that stud. There it is. There. Okay. A short bolt here across from the stud. And the longer bolts with that strap over top of the dust cap. Keep that dust cap in place. And we're off to the races. I don't know, I'm thinking I'll be able to go one more year. Like, I'll be able to operate next year. So one more crop in 2026, and then if 2026 is bad like this year, I don't know. I'll get so far behind. And it just won't work anymore. Bank will just start saying, no, we're not lending you no more money. Scary thing is, I'm prepared to just keep borrowing as long as I can keep operating. And that can really get you in trouble when you do that. And that one buzzed in hard for the last few threads there. Kind of weird. Oh, frig, why is that so stiff? Oh, I got this strap against it. That's probably what's going on. The ratchet strap to hold it up in the air to just make it easier to get the blade back on, because this drops down so far and then it's just awkward. So, well, that's got her for that one. Loosen that ratchet strap off and move on to the next one. Slow and steady, slow and steady. Slow and steady. Oh, I suppose it's jammed in there now. I can't get it off. Frick sakes. Oh yeah, the frickin' man. Come on, wish I'd have seen that before I... Oh, for frick's sake. Come on, you frickin' thing. Ouch. Where's the hammer? Or pry bar, I guess I need. I guess I have one right here. What is going on? Okay, this is really starting to piss me off. It's so freaking awkward to work in here. Oh, come on. This has never happened yet. Where'd that hammer go? Really? It just won't come out. There. Jeez. See what I mean? Like, this is just ridiculous. Mid-row banders. Like, what they invented that for? Well, I suppose they invented that so that you can, I think they claim it'll go through trash better because it's supposed to chop up the trash. I don't know. I find these things more frustrating than anything. With all the maintenance to them. But what do I know? I'm the one that bought Borgo and is sitting here fixing it, laying on the grass, cursing it. Well, Borgo's probably on a beach somewhere, loving life. So I'm the idiot, not Borgo. Oh well. What else would I be doing, right? Like, I don't really want to enjoy my fall with my little girl and wife or anything. Like, I'd much rather be doing this to prepare for next spring, right? Frickin' joke. Oh, where'd that... Holy man. Okay. There. Okay, ready to buzz off the next mid-row bander. The blade, that is. There. Knock the dust cap off and keep on going. We'll talk to you guys in a bit. Well, we're moving right along here. Sun's going to be set in probably another half an hour. It'll be dark in an hour-ish or so. I'm on the last mid-row on this wing. I got it all apart. The shaft is clean. Dust cap is cleaned off. I just got to clean out the hub. Knock the old races out, put the new ones in, put her back together, and this wing is done. I didn't think I would get this wing done today, but I just kept going steady and getting her done, I guess. And if there's time, I think I'll try to do one more on that wing. If I can get this one done, everything goes good. And if it's still daylight, I'll do one more. Do as much as I can today, and then that's just that much less I got to do tomorrow. So let's keep going here. So I got the other wing done. So that wing over there is done. The main frame is done. Now we got these 7 banders on this wing. But I just tore the dust cap off this bander here, and the grease is still red. I'm pretty sure this is the mid-row bander that piled up the last field of seeding. So there's literally 100 acres. Well, probably like 110, the overlap. Probably like 120 acres on this set of bearings and seal and all that. I think I'm going to put maybe I'll tighten up the castle nut while we got it apart. It seems kind of loose. I'm not going to bother changing the bearings on this one. I knew there was one on this side of the drill here. I remember from seating there that I had just put the bearings on. So I thought whenever I find that one, if I notice it, I won't bother putting new bearings. It is new bearings already. I don't see the point in replacing bearings at 100 acres or 120 acres on it. That don't make sense. And I'm certain it's this one here, so I think I'll put the dust cap on, or maybe I'll check that castle nut, maybe tighten him up, put the dust cap back on, just leave it, move to the next one. Time! So that's got NTN bearings on it. I should actually mark that down so I don't forget. That one will have the NTN bearings. It'll be a good test to see how it compares to the SKF. And you know what we should do is put like the 2 end ones over here, Timken or something. But I'd have to run to Lloyd and get, or order them, whatever, 2 Timken sets, and then just keep the SKF bearings that I've been using as spares. Oh, look at that, a hose popped off. Looks like it belongs over here on this one. That don't matter. I'm not seeding it with it till next spring. So, but that's good enough. The sun's set. It's starting to get dark. Put the tools away, and we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to go. So, had a pretty good day today. Wow, I did not think I was going to get that other wing done. Never mind 2 more. Well, 1 more basically. But I'm glad I tore that one apart that I had just replaced the bearings in last fall. Or this past spring at seeding time there, because I forgot when I put it together, the cotter pin broke. I had no new cotter pin with me. So I just took a piece of hard wire and used it as a cotter pin. So that wire might have lasted, might not have. So I put a new cotter pin in there and tightened up the castle nut as well. It was a little bit loose, so we'll try her out. Okay, I'm going to clean up these tools and get out of here. Okay, I'll just throw the power tools in the cabinet. Man, I'm going to really like this service truck whenever Buddy gets it running right. Oh, that's coming up too. I got to get this truck to him here towards the end of the month. I might not have time to work on it before he gets it. Oh well. That can stay out on the deck for now. It's just garbage kind of thing. The hammer, that can stay out. Okay, good enough. I'm going home. Well, holy man, is it getting chilly. It didn't cool off that much last night, but it feels like it's going to cool off tonight. But if you made it this far into the video, thanks for watching. Tomorrow, probably the same bloody thing, but that shouldn't take all day. Well, depending how things go, I guess, but things have been going pretty good, so should get those last 5 mid-row bander bearings done tomorrow, and then maybe if there's time, depending what else is going on tomorrow, tear one of those right at the pivot point, get that pin out, see what that's going to be like to get new bushings in there. So, yeah. Probably see you tomorrow.